my name is Deepa.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, wonderful evening. What is a miracle? We experience miracles. Things that you never expect and they happen. They're miracles, right? That's larger than a good luck and a bad luck, words we use. Even though we are very, very scientific and rational, and we don't have answers, we just simply put it as good luck, bad luck, random. We got some concepts, we put them. Things that we don't expect, they happen. Experiencing uncommon. Receiving something that's not common. That's when we say, anything that's uncommon, we don't expect. Anything that's against the conventional knowledge, we're not generally looking for it. Yes, with meditation, miracles do take place many a times. Because we are tuning in to this infinite potential field every day. We're tuning into the infinite potential quantum energy field. It's like receiving tips from a superhuman mentor. If you have a mentor and you go to the mentor every day, spend time, and every day you receive tips, and every day you apply them, and things do happen. Things happen differently. The mentor is giving you tips with their lifetime experiences. And you apply, it's got to be great. You thought you can't solve that production problem, and you go to your mentor, the mentor is telling you, you know what? This is what I feel based on the past and based on their intuitive wisdom. This is what I feel. Go and look into that particular system. You'll probably find it. You'll go there, you do that, and then pretty quickly come back and say, solve the problem. And you feel good and say, oh man, I never thought I would actually solve the problem, but I did. We go into this quantum field of unlimited possibility field every day. We tune in that field when we are empty. We are experiencing, going into this emptiness. Going into the field means being in the empty state. Just being in the empty state. Since we have matter, we're energy, and then the matter is very little, so we got to drop everything about the notion of matter. It's little, but we made it very big. By constantly thinking my house, my family, my life, my car, everything is just centering around here, only nothing else beyond this material self, material world. We have nothing to lose by dropping that notion for some time, if it's going to give so much of benefit. And so we need to empty. So the question comes, what is emptiness? What is emptiness? How do you experience this emptiness? So emptiness is exactly that. There is nothing in empty in the space. There's exactly the nothing. So thoughts are representing form. Thought is a form. Thought is always talking about some form. And so when a thought is removed, the form is removed. So thought is about you and me. Thought is about the places that we visited. Thought is about the things that we are using. Of course, it's about beings out there, animals, fish, everything. The thought is always about something or somebody, or about some place, or is about some form or some being. And that it's about that being or place either now or in some time frame, maybe in some past. A thought about my marriage was in time, back in time, but that does not exist physically now as in the form physically, but it is there in the memory as a form back in time. So everything is about, it's about form either now or in time. It does not exist today, but still exists in time. It's always about a form, something that you hold on to, thinking is material, thinking of a material form, matter. So in meditation, we're removing all forms. We're removing the matter by doing so. So because we remove thought, and then remove all form. So emptiness, and I'm talking about this because I keep getting these answers and say, I'm tuning in, what is this emptiness? How do you get in there? Emptiness is a quantum field, the infinitely powerful field through which we tune in, and so we receive information, signal, we receive solutions, we receive answers. We're not even aware. We go into meditation, we tune into it, we receive it, and so then we apply it during wakeful time so things happen for us. We'll talk about that aspect later, but let's talk about, for a moment, we go into this quantum field of intelligence. It's called the consciousness in spiritual terms. We go to the consciousness of intelligence, and so we are meeting this great supermenta, and so then we are benefiting from it. How of it, we'll keep it aside. But then, so what is this quantum field of intelligence? That empty space, nothingness out there. And so how is this nothingness being defined? Where we remove everything that we ever know of in it. So all people, places, things from past, present, future, everything that we ever know of, we need to drop. That's our thought. So imagine that as you close your eyes and observe your breath, and slowly, the thoughts are coming down. But that's the beauty. And you observe the breath, where you place your attention, where you place your energy is a quantum principle. Now you're not placing your attention on thought, you're placing on something away from thought. And so in this case, the most intelligent breath, the breath that regulates the body, the breath that connects us to the external world. Just by observing a breath, automatically the breath is becoming normal. And then that is, without breath, we don't exist. When the breath becomes normal, a lot of great is happening to the body. So we observe the breath away from the thoughts. So thoughts have to come down because there's no attention on it, so there's no energy for it. So they come down. When they come down, so what's happening? Now when a few set of thoughts about my body come down, my body is gone, the form is disappearing. A set of thoughts about my house is come down. So this house, this place where I'm in right now, that is up here. Thoughts about, the city where I'm in, Visakhapatnam, now that disappears. Thoughts about, the state I'm in, Andhra Pradesh, or the country I'm in, disappears. So that whole thing for a moment in the palm is gone. Everything about India is all disappeared. Then thoughts about this whole world, slowly that disappears. The world is gone, the earth is gone, the sun is gone, the planets are gone, the stars are gone. Imagine that everything is being removed away one by one, one by one. So then what do we get finally? What do we get finally? Ultimately, if the planets and everything is removed here, there's got to be emptiness. Now, if the sun is removed, the stars are removed, then there's no potentially light, darkness, blackness, marked as emptiness because there's nothing in it. That's where we are going. When we observe our breath, the mind becomes empty, and so then we start experiencing emptiness everywhere inside of us, all around us. Inside is not defined anymore because we don't exist. As a form, we don't exist. And so we are going into this place of emptiness, which is marked as exactly that there's nothing in it. You don't find. So you're observing and you're closing your eyes and observing your breath. And then when you with your awareness, I'm using the word awareness, in that moment, there's no sensory perception. Sensory perceptions are about body's senses to experience it. There, the body itself is gone, so there's no sensory perception. So, but something is there. That is awareness. That awareness is there. The word is to be understood very well. Awareness is something that's telling us still that we are there. That's the knowledge that is coming outside the mind, because the body is forgotten for a moment. The body is forgotten. So what is that awareness? Beyond senses. So if I am right now, and I can also do this, if I ask you to close your eyes, and then I say, observe your ear, and you know that you can go to your ear, you know that your ears are there. You know that they are there. That's your awareness. Without having any sensory perception, without seeing, without touching, smelling, right? You are able to notice that there are ears. You're able to notice that there is a tip of your nose. It's there. You know it. That awareness about objects around, awareness about everything around is there. So when we go into this empty space, awareness is still there. So when you are observing your breath, and I'm asking you, become aware of that emptiness inside, all around. So that emptiness means that when you put your awareness onto the left side and say, what's there? It's got to be totally empty. You don't find your walls, furniture, chairs on this side. If there are people sitting on this side, you don't find them. It's all empty. What is the color of it? Maybe black. You may say dark. Oh, it's all very dark. Oh, it's all grayish. It's all bluish, depending on your notion. Some people see it as sky. Some people see it as ocean. They all represent emptiness because we don't find anything in oceans and skies. Some people simply say it's dark, it's black, it's gray, depending on if you might, all throughout my night, if I've been using a red light, small night lamp, it's got red colors, that's what represents emptiness for you, then it'll be showing up like that. Could be a small blue light if you have blue light in your bedroom. All throughout the night, if you've been conditioned through your life, that blue light is the representative of your darkness, then it's going to show up as that. First of all, an objects are removed, it's all dark. The darkness can represent be light, depending on what it is. But the characteristic is empty. There's nothing in it. It's all emptiness. There are no objects, there are no places, no people, nothing is there. So we go into that space, then we are in this empty space of quantum field. Then something happens. Now, emptiness is energy. That's what they found. And so then suddenly we may start seeing some kind of a movement in the body, some kind of sensation. We're experiencing now as ourselves as energy, because we forgot in the form. We are tiny matter, but all energy. So everything is that the emptiness is energy field. We are in it. So we experience that energy. And so then in many ways. How many ways? Infinite ways. That's why we all get different types of experiences. No one experience is, every experience is fine. And there's infinity. They've been categorized into few. That book that we sent, Meditation is Easy, in the beginning of this course. Is there in a WhatsApp group? So take a look at it. There's a chapter on experiences. Now, all of them are categorized into few. Talked about this on day 2 of this program. Categorized into few doesn't mean that that's all can exist. There are many, many things can be there, but we organize them into a few of them with a catch-all bucket. Any experience will come, but then when we are in this empty state of the field. So tuning in means we just being there. I've used the words, okay, you tune into the energies. Now, that emptiness is this infinite field of energy. Our experiences are coming from this emptiness because everything is clear from this emptiness. You see, nothing exists originally you take a small seed, nothing is there. But the seed goes into a big tree in no time. Something is coming through that emptiness. It's practically nothing, in negligible size, but it grows into something beautiful. A company, when it's formed, nothing is there, but then suddenly it's got a character, and it starts growing, and then from emptiness, something comes. Always from nothingness, things originate. Nothing before, but something starts showing up there. Tune in. So this emptiness is full of energy. Then I say energy. Now, everything that is happening from this field, that existence, and so that energy is the whole set of experiences. Experience of love, experience of healing, experience of empowerment, meaning being able to do things on our own, experience of compassion, that means we go and then be friendly and then help others. Experience of knowing more, they're all our experience of life, but all those energies are there. And so we tune into them because we're just there. If you are spending time around a big mentor, a great business leader, you tune in, you receive a lot of things from them as they are radiating their energy, meaning they speak. You learn a lot of tips and tricks. You receive. Same thing here. When you are in this empty space, that existence, which is intelligent, you keep receiving information, tips that are called meditation messages. They go in, opinion gland opens, they go in. And so then they are useful later in our daily life, wakeful life. Things happen to us because we start applying unknowingly or knowingly. We say, got this brilliant solution. I gave the solution. Where did it come from? It came from this tuning in somewhere, sometime, either in the sleep or during meditation, or whenever you emptied yourself. Pockets of time where we empty ourselves, we draw a lot of information about it as we apply it. So emptiness, dear friends, is void of any form and thing. And we go into it. We are observing it. When we are there, we're observing. Now, suddenly a thought comes and starts talking. And if you know that there is a thought, you are thinking actively through your mind at that point, whereas when you're in the empty space, you are seeing, normally if it's about movements and this is easy to understand, okay, it's my meditation experience. But if I'm seeing a person coming there and talking to me, then it's a problem. Am I hallucinating? Am I imagining? Questions come. Distinguish If it is least expected, that means, why would I just think about me seen as three bodies? I mean, you have to imagine that you can be seeing as three bodies. Why would you do it? If it is you floating above the room and then seeing yourself, why would you do that? You're going through a high-speed tunnel, going. Why would you do that? Would you really imagine something like that? So anything that you're noticing there that's least expected, you're not expected, and so involuntarily happening without you. So then they're all your meditation experiences. You observe them with your awareness. That's what is called awareness, is observing. Just like you observe your nose is there, ears are there. Observe what is happening to you that moment. But you know that, okay, my mind is thinking of my body is aching here, and I'm not able to sit down. Okay, so I have to go for my meeting, it's getting time. You know that there are thoughts are coming, thoughts are coming. Yesterday was a very tough day for me. I don't know how to handle the situation right now, going to the meeting today. All of these are thoughts. Then, of course, then you bring your attention back to the breath. Otherwise, be there, witness them. They're having a great meditation time. Witness them. My guidance is in secondary. You not listen to my music, just fine, be with it, no problem. You don't listen to my guidance, it's somewhere faint and this and that. It's okay, fine. Don't bring yourself back to the breath. The right thing is you're already in the empty state where you are somewhere, placing yourself into the quantum field, tuning into many, many things that are happening out there. Let's go into meditation, dear friends. I actually wanted to cover about mental wellness today. We see I'll take a few minutes after meditation to cover, and then we go into breakout rooms. Second opportunity to interact closely, to ask questions, or start sharing her experiences in this week as we move into second week, 10 days are over. So people are saying something or other happening to them. So we'll have this breakout room concept again today on Fridays to interact with your facilitators. So before that, let's go into meditation, dear friends. Relax yourself. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind and be in that state of emptiness. Anyone new joined here, I encourage you to go into day 1 and day 2 of this program. And there are YouTube videos under the playlist called Coherence, either batch 1 or batch 2. And then look at day 1, day 2. So get to the details of these techniques that we will learn to practice. But pretty simply speaking, the meditation practice is called breath mindfulness meditation, observing your breath with your eyes closed. And the posture is as you see in the picture, comfortably sitting on the floor or chair, crossing your feet, crossing your fingers in your lap, keeping them in your lap, and then closing your eyes without spectacles. Remove the spectacles if you have. And then sit comfortably. You can take back support. Spine need not be erect, and observe your breath anywhere on the nose. When you observe your breath slowly, mind becomes empty. Be in that state. Observe whatever is happening in that state. In case you have thought, you bring your attention back to your breath. It's called breath mindfulness meditation. Before we do this process, we're doing something called heart elevation, a short 5-minute process that moves us into a deeper meditative state. So it helps our breath mindfulness meditation to be deep. And so we do that. Just follow my guidance, dear friends. I'm playing music. I'm also guiding a little bit. Relax yourself. Meditation is done best if you darken the room, so switch off the lights, draw the curtains where possible. If it's not possible, it is okay. It's not must, it's just a guidance where possible. There are no fixed rules for this meditation. Only thing is you close your eyes and observe the breath. And dear friend, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hand on your chest area and with your attention on your heart center with a slow, long, relaxing breath. And you feel your sacred heart. Feel the beat, the rhythm of your heart center. Connect with it. Your heart knows with its feelings. Love it, dear friends. Appreciate it. It's been helping you before you even knew about it. Helping you experience life with its higher emotions, emotions of love, gratitude, compassion, kindness, care. The seat of all emotions. And can you recollect an experience from your past or from your present where you felt enormous love, compassion, gratitude? Relive that moment from your life and feel that emotion, that energy. Relive that moment and feel that energy. And can you intend to send that energy onto everybody and everything on this planet Earth? To help them heal, to help them elevate. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. We are all deeply interconnected. Become aware of the emptiness. That blackness inside of you, all around you. Yourself merge into that. Endless depth of that emptiness, where there's no body, where there's no thing. emptiness is energy. They feel the quantum field of energy. The field of limitless possibility. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, the more possibilities you draw into your life. If you recognize you are in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly merge into this emptiness of no body, of no thing. receive a share.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world.
Relax your body.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit.
Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then we open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you tuned into the quantum field more today. Weekends are a great opportunity to do this process at leisure without having back-to-back schedules. So then we most certainly are going deeply into the meditative states. It presents greater opportunity compared to when we have back-to-back schedules. Just taking that time, typically waking up a little earlier than planned our sleeping time. Anyway, there is this whole night into it. An hour of meditation is energizing us sufficiently enough that our sleep, even if it gets down, no problem. So if you go into that concept, then it won't bother us that, oh, now it's cutting into my sleep, and so tomorrow it might not be that great. we'll go into the breakout rooms at this time. We'll talk about mental wellness tomorrow. The breakout rooms are the smaller virtual rooms like this, where you have fewer set of people. For those of you not participated in the last one, so you have an opportunity to talk to the facilitator. So when you are placed into a room for 20-30 seconds, there may not be anybody, there'll be a switch. So please do accept an invitation for you when the host initiates. Then switch into that room and then wait for the facilitator to introduce, and then you can have the conversations with them. Yes, Lalitha.
Initiative.
So happy sharing, and then we'll see you all. In case you don't see her today, then tomorrow directly in the session.
Please join accepting the request. And those of you who are joining the session from YouTube, please be noted that the YouTube live will be stopped now. So you can directly join the Zoom session and be a part of this breakout rooms. So you can find the breakout room session details in your WhatsApp groups. Kindly join the Zoom session to participate in the breakout rooms.